Hello class, it's time to talk about the week 5 overview of the content and the discussion. So week 5 is all about data, all about it. There's a good video by David McCandless, The Beauty of Data Visualization, and in fact then there's a website of his creations for how he has put them together to visualize data. And the first discussion question is, what is he trying to convey? So I think that the main thrust of his argument is that we need to visualize data. It can't just be numbers or maybe a bar chart or a bar graph or whatever. We're visual learners. We like video. We like graphics. We want things to be meaningful, but we don't want them to be really, you have to really work for them. You need to grasp it kind of quickly through vision. And that was a lot of his input, our senses. By far, vision is the largest amount of information we received, and it boils down into taste, So it's an interesting. I liked the presentation. What I really liked was where he was looking at liberals and conservatives in sort of an infographic and laying that out. And by doing so, you're forced to actually look at the two. There's no emotion to it. It's data, and that allows the consumer to be more of a subjective participant. That's some good stuff there. So, be interested in, what are your thoughts? What was he trying to convey? How important is this? And then the second item in the discussion is to upload an infographic. Well, an infographic is used throughout society. It conveys information quickly. There is an argument, do you believe this is the dumbing down of America or of users on the web, or does it help bring, concentrate a lot of information into one area that then opens up discussion, or is it both? So there's certainly uses for infographics, and one of the things to think is, well, where does it make sense? Where should infographics be used? I've discussed this for several years in this class, but my favorite use, or the one area where it should not be used is surgery. I think that's where you've got to dig into the details and really know what you're doing. You don't want a high level overview of how you're going to do a procedure through an infographic to do your procedure. That was always my favorite analogy. And finally, getting into Georgia Lupsi, talking about bringing the digital humanity and bringing the humanity into data. I think what she was trying to convey is that we have to bring in human traits into the data somehow. It's just not all ones and zeros and graphs and this cold analysis. You need to take into account emotions and reactions and things like that into your data to be able to predict. And she talks about the 2016 presidential election and how the data was wrong, or it wasn't wrong. The data was the data, but the conclusions were wrong. So, how does that play into the first discussion question when we talk about visualization? Is there a way to do that? That would be good to discuss. Anyway, I look forward, as usual, to your discussions. I will be asking questions, and I will see you online.